Alright, and welcome to the Mixtape capstone video. I'd like to get us started by introducing the team behind our project. I'm Chris Tamavong, and I'm the primary developer in the backend.
I'm Irvin Chor, and I mainly worked on the front end.
I'm Dylan Hansen, and I mainly worked with the database and deployment. Moving on to the problem our app is trying to solve. Have you ever been listening to music on your favorite music streaming service and you're searching up for a song you really like, only to find out that that song is not on the service you use? So if you want to listen to that song, you have to go out of your way to listen to it on a completely different service. Not to mention, if you want it in one of your favorite playlists, then that's just impossible. So the solution to that is our app Mixtape, which combines the results of multiple different music streaming services and allows you to stream songs from those services. Not only that, but allows you to create playlists and combine songs from different services all into one playlist so you can keep your music all into one centralized place. As for the system architecture, our front end is written in React Native Expo, and the reason we chose React Native is it allowed us to develop for both iOS and Android, and it is deployed on Expo for a very similar reason. That allowed us to release our app for both iOS and Android easily. Now our front end, it makes API calls back and forth with our back end, which is deployed on AWS in an EC2 instance. And that backend code is written in Node.js. And the reason we chose Node is it has a lot of powerful libraries that we use to be able to get all the functionalities we want out of our app very easily. Now that backend, it makes queries back and forth with another AWS instance, this time an RDS instance, which hosts our database written in MySQL. Our backend also makes API calls back and forth with the various music streaming services that we support, which is currently SoundCloud and YouTube Music.
We also have a Discord bot, which is written in discord.js, which makes queries to our backend that allows users on Discord to play music.
Alright, so I'm going to start by showing off the actual project itself. So when a user first opens up our app, they're greeted with this login screen, and we're going to quickly log in with an account we already made. And when the user first logs in, they're greeted with this library screen where they can access their all songs, playlists, albums, and tags. And on the bottom, there's a navigation bar where they can view their library, go to the search bar, or go to settings. So very quickly, if we go to all songs, you'll see that there's already songs in this account, but we'll go and search for one right now. So if I just type in Liu and I hit return, it'll pop up results with songs from the various platforms such as SoundCloud, and if you go a bit lower, there's YouTube Music. We also have this filters button on the side of the search bar that allows users to toggle between either YouTube Music or SoundCloud if they want, or they can just search for both. They can also choose if they want to just show songs or albums or both. And so we'll just keep it as is. And back to the search results, we'll quickly find a song that we want to add to our library. So we'll just look at Admission here. And if we select the options button next to it, there'll be options to either add it to your library, playlist, add it to the queue, or download the track. So if we choose to add it to the playlist, it'll pop up options of playlists we currently have. It will just select new, and it'll add it to that playlist and also add it to our all songs. So if we go back to our library view and click playlists, go into the one that we just added to, you'll see that it's added at the bottom there. And if you look closely at the songs that are currently in the playlist, you'll see that there's songs from both YouTube Music and SoundCloud, which fulfills the original goal that we had in mind when creating Mixtape, which was to have a playlist with songs from multiple platforms. And if we want to play this playlist, we can just click play right here. And it'll start playing the first song. And if we select that song that's currently playing at the bottom, it'll bring up a bigger view where they can access multiple of their typical music controls. And if we click this option button on the side, it'll open up the queue. So all the songs that were in the playlist are added to the queue, and you can see what's going to come up next, and you can also skip through. In the options view of a song, you'll see that you'll have the option to download a track, which if you select that, then it'll pop up with a menu that allows you to save it to your device and choose where to save it on your device. So if we quickly save it here to our drive, and then if you move to the Files app of your device, then you'll see that the song is right there, and then you can play it offline on your device, wherever, without internet connectivity. And going back to our library, we'll check out the albums functionality real quickly, where you can, from the search results, you'll see that down below there are albums that we can select and view the songs in those albums, and then you can add those albums to our library. And a user can just view those and also play from them if they need to. Just basic functionality for a music app. And lastly, for one of the last main functionalities of our application, we have the tags feature, which allows the user to create a tag with some word, maybe like describing the mood of the songs that you want to tag. And if they go through them, you can see that certain songs are tagged with them. And if you go to a song over in your all songs, you can choose to manage the tags of that song, and you can either add a tag to that song or remove a tag from the song. And one last feature that we had added as a ring through feature, which we got from our user studies, was a timer for our application. So if a user wants to listen to music before going to bed, but they don't want their phone playing the songs all night, then they could set a timer for however long, maybe an hour or 2 or 30 minutes. And that'll do it for our main application. All right, to quickly show off the functionality of our Discord bot, I'm gonna go to a server here where if we join a voice channel, we can then use commands to control our bot. So we have some commands down here, as you can see. And the main command for playing songs and having the Discord bot join is the play command, where you'll type /play and then a song to search. So what this is doing is it makes a query to our backend and pops up results from the various streaming platforms like SoundCloud or YouTube Music. And if we select one, then the bot will join our server and start playing. And you'll see that it'll show what's currently playing and the duration of that song. We have other songs like adding a song to it too, so if to a song again, we just look up a song for the background. And once it's selected, it'll be added to the song queue by the bot. And if we type show queue, it's a command that'll show all the songs that are currently in the queue. And if we type, we can skip through the queue and it'll then play the song that's up next in the queue. We do show queue again. See that there's currently no songs in the queue. We also have the functionality to pause or unpause the song. And that's about the main functionalities of our Discord bot.
Throughout the process of us showing you Mixtape, you might have wondered why Mixtape only supports 2 streaming services. The reason for that is through the process of trying to integrate these different services, we ran into a lot of unforeseen roadblocks. Now, despite that, we found that SoundCloud and YouTube Music gave us a very, very wide range of music, and we didn't really see the necessity to integrate another service. Also, keeping our focus away from trying to integrate as many services as possible and instead focusing our efforts into creating a rich feature set allowed us to create an app that is a much more fuller user experience. Throughout the development of our app, we used the best software engineering practices by having all of our code on a GitLab repository. On that GitLab repository, we combined had a total of 992 commits with 190 issues that we cleared. Not only that, but we've written 77 tests in Jest. With the GitLab repo also came with the use of the GitLab boards, which we used to keep track of our progress throughout the various issues that we're trying to solve throughout our application.
And that concludes the presentation for Mixtape. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us via the contact information shown here or directly during demo day. We are very proud of the work we have accomplished on this product, and thank you for taking the time to watch our video.